Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, everyone. How's life?
Great, ma'am.
Okay. Is anyone not feeling well right now? I hope you are all ready to join my class today. Before we start our study today, let's pray together first. And I ask the class leader to lead the prayer. Daryl, please lead your friends. The time is yours.
Okay, before today's class started, let us pray together so that our class today is going well. Okay, pray start. Pray finish.
Okay. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you all. Is anyone absent from class today? Let me check your presence. Oh, Azalia, not present today. Okay, I think everyone is ready in this meeting room. But before we start, I want to ask you guys, are you ready to study? So please
Ready.
answer me through reaction in screen when you're ready to study. Okay. As you can see on the screen, I'm showing two pictures, namely a portrait of a family, while on the right side there is a picture of a pregnant mother. And have you ever thought, how does a mother get pregnant? How does a mother get pregnant? Anybody want to
Because of
answer?
marriage.
Yeah, because of marriage and the fertilization process. Okay, then where does it happen, guys?
Through the reproductive system.
Okay, Daryl, thank you. Right, surely through the reproductive system. Then, in your opinion, is the reproductive system between father or male and mother female is the same? Anyone to answer my questions? Is the reproductive system between male and female the same?
No, ma'am, it's different.
Yeah, of course. The answer is no. The organs in the male and female reproductive system are clearly very different. They all also have their own function according to their needs. So today material we will learn is about male reproductive organs and their function. Okay, our learning objective today is identify the male reproductive organ and their function, and why we learn about this. Okay, there are three main purpose why we learn about this. The first one is understand uh, the importance of monitoring and learning male reproductive health as part of efforts to achieve good health and individual well-being. And second one is able to make better decision related to sexual and reproductive health and understand the importance of access to accurate information and quality education in achieving optimal reproductive health. And last is helps overcome gender stereotypes and promotes gender equality in the context of reproductive health. So let's try to remember about human reproductive organs and their function in supporting life uh, when you studied science subject in junior high school previously. What reproductive organs are found in man, and what are the function of each reproductive organs?
Can I answer it, ma'am?
Yeah, go on, Shifa.
Okay, so as I remember that in men, the reproductive organs are include the testes or two producing sperm and testosterone, epididymis, to sperm maturation and storage, vas deferens for sperm transportation, then prostate gland for producing prostatic fluid, and urethral glands for producing fluid. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, that's good answer, Shifa. Thank you to those who dared to express the answer you could. So generally, the male reproductive organs consist of internal genital organs and external genital organs. These external genital organs consist of the penis and scrotum, and the internal genital organs consist of the testes, reproductive duct, and sex gland. Now, for more details, you guys will watch the following video. So, please pay attention carefully.
Specific jobs. Human male reproductive system is made up of different organs like testes, scrotum, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, penis, and urethra. Human male reproductive system has two main functions. One, to produce the male reproductive cells, hormones, and accessory materials. Two, to deposit them in the female reproductive system. Now let's see which part of the male reproductive system produces germ cells. The formation of germ cells or sperms takes place in the testes. They are present outside the abdominal cavity in a sac-like structure called scrotum. If testes are important organs of male reproductive system, then why they are located outside the abdominal cavity? Because sperm formation requires a lower temperature than the normal body temperature. Testes also produces a hormone called testosterone. What is the use of testosterone? It is a male reproductive hormone which regulates the formation of sperms and also responsible for the development of secondary sexual characteristics during puberty. Sperms that are produced in the testes need some support of fluid secretions to get delivered into the female reproductive system. Which organs produce those secretions? Prostate gland and seminal vesicles. They secrete certain fluid secretions that provide nutrients to the sperm cells. Now, let's see the journey of sperm cells. Sperm cells formed in the testes are traveled through a tube called vas deferens, and on the way, they are joined with the fluid secretions from prostate gland and seminal vesicles. The vas deferens is a common duct for both the sperms and urine. It is also connected to urinary bladder. The sperms are tiny bodies that consist of mainly genetic material and a long tail that helps them to move towards the female germ cell. How these sperms are deposited?
Okay, guys, all right. We have watched the video. The video explained the male reproductive system, including organs and their function. Uh, When we talking about this topic, of course, we will come across the following organs like scrotum and testes. Scrotum is loose pouches that wrap around the testes outside the body, and they come in pairs, separated by an internal septum. The scrotum has smooth muscle and striated muscle. The presence of smooth muscle function to contract and relax the scrotum. Meanwhile, the striated muscle regulates the temperature around the testes. And the testes, they contain seminiferous tubules and the site of spermatogenesis. Within the seminiferous tubules, there are spermatogonia, Sertoli cells, and Leydig cells. And then there are penis. The function of penis is as a copulatory tool to insert sperm into the female genitals. And also there are reproductive ducts. Um, the first one is epididymis, the function to store sperm until they mature, become motile and fertile, and then vas deferens to continuation of the epididymis, leaving the scrotum towards the seminal vesicle. And third one is ejaculatory duct, receive sperm from the vas deferens and convey secretion from the seminal vesicles. And the last one is urethra, the genital tract from the semen pouch and the urinary passage from the bladder to the tip of the penis. And also accessory glands. The first one is seminal vesicle, produce a viscous alkaline fluid rich in fructose to nourish and protect sperm, and prostate gland produce an alkaline fluid resembling semen that enhance sperm motility at optimum pH. And the last one is Cowper glands to produce an alkaline fluid containing mucus for lubrication. And then there are sex hormones. The first one is testicular hormones. Testosterone, differentiation of genital tracts in fetuses, stimulation of testis descent into the scrotum, control growth, development, and maintenance of secondary sexual characteristic during puberty. And second one is pituitary gland. The pituitary gland produce follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. FSH stimulates sperms production by germ cell in the testes and regulates other sex hormones like testosterone. Meanwhile, LH stimulates Leydig cell in the testes to produce testosterone and regulate overall reproductive function, men. And last one is hypothalamus, produce GnRH to stimulate the pituitary to release LH and FSH, and also regulates negative feedback mechanism in the synthesis and secretion of testosterone. Okay, next we will watch a short video about sperm journey, how the male reproductive system works.
Cafino, upgrade your experience.
I see a future in which, as we imagine, so it becomes, dreaming and playing.
There are two ovoid testes in male humans. The testes lie in a pair of sacs, which are pouch-like extensions of their skin between the thighs. These are called the scrotal sacs. The development of the sperms requires a temperature around 1 to 8 degrees less than the body temperature. This means around 30 degrees Celsius. This is why the testes lie in the scrotal sacs outside the main body. There is a spermatic cord that contains blood vessels at the upper end of each testes. Leading from the end of the testes is a narrow, much coiled tube, the epididymis. The testes produces sperms. The sperms may then be stored in an inactive form in the epididymis before entering the vas deferens, or sperm duct. The sperm duct from each side passes into the abdominal cavity. It loops over the ureter of that side and finally opens into the urethra. A gland called the seminal vesicle opens into each sperm duct. At the base of the urinary bladder, where the two sperm ducts join the urethra, is the prostate gland. Beneath the prostate gland is the Cowper's gland. The seminal vesicle, the prostate, and the Cowper's gland secrete a slippery fluid that mixes with the sperms called seminal fluid or semen. The semen is an important fluid because it contains nutrients and enzymes which serve to nourish and protect the sperms and activate them so that they begin to swim. The urethra is a tube that passes through the center of the penis to carry the semen to the exterior during ejaculation. The penis is an organ that contains erectile tissue with numerous blood spaces. When stimulated, the blood will fill the spaces and the penis will become erect and hard. Given enough stimulation, ejaculation, or the release of the semen can happen. Urine and semen will not pass through the urethra at the same time. This is due to a circular band of involuntary muscle called the internal urethral sphincter at the base of the urinary bladder that blocks urine from coming out or flux of semen from coming in during ejaculation. The human sperm, or spermatozoon, has a head with a diameter of only about 2.5 micrometer. But exactly how small is a 2.5 micrometer? Compare it with the diameter of your hair, which is around 70 micrometer. Get the picture? You can fit 28 of these wiggly cells along the width of just a single hair. Coming towards the composition of the sperm head, it contains a large nucleus that carries a haploid set of chromosomes, little cytoplasm, and an acrosome. The acrosome is a sac containing enzymes. The human sperm also includes a middle piece containing mitochondria to provide energy for the activity of the sperm and, of course, a tail or flagellum to enable the sperm to swim towards the egg. The enzymes can break.
Okay, guys, do any of you have any questions after the video is shown? If there isn't, I'll move on the next agenda. Okay. Next, you will form into two groups with the distribution as shown on the screen. Each group, please determine a team leader to coordinate the completion of the task I will give. Please determine first. Are you done, guys? Okay, I think that's enough. Next, I'll give you 1 minute to scan the following barcode. Oh. Okay, then before working on the problem listed in the worksheet, please read the instruction for completing them first. I'll give you 10 minutes to work on it. If you are done, I will ask for a representative from one of the groups to present the results of their discussion. Is my explanation clear so far? Does anyone have any question regarding the task completion rules? Okay, I think enough. I'll give you 10 minutes from now. Okay, guys, 10 minutes have passed. I asked that no one else work on the task, and who among you is willing to present the result of the group discussion? Okay, Mahes, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am, I will answer number one. And the question is, wait, based on the diagram presented in the accompanying image, make observation and identify the names and function of each organ. My answer is number one is penis, number two urethra, number three scrotum, number four testicle, number five seminal vesicle, and last number six is vas deferens. And penis has functions as a copulatory tool to insert sperm into the female genitals. Urethra has served as a duct for both urine and semen. Scrotum is a pouch of skin and muscle located beneath the penis that houses the testes, and its main function is to regulate the temperature of the testes. And number four, testicle or testis, function for responsible for producing sperm and the hormone testosterone. And seminal vesicle has a function for produce a significant portion of the fluid that makes up semen, and this fluid contains nutrients and substances that nourish and support sperm, enhancing their motility and viability. And last is phase difference. The phase difference, also known as the ductus deferens, is a muscular tube that transports sperm from the epididymis, where sperm mature and are stored, to the ejaculatory duct during ejaculation. It plays a crucial role in the propulsion of sperm through the male reproductive tract and is involved in the process of ejaculation. That's it all. That's it, mom. Ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mahes and friends, for the very good discussion. Before we uh, next to the agenda, I will give you a game as a post test, which can be completed within 5 minutes, starting from. Wait, I will copy paste the link to your group, guys. Can you guys access the link? Okay, I think you can. And the quiz starting from now. I will waiting you um, for 5 minutes from now. Well, the times is up. I hope everyone has finished it on time. And I'm glad to see your very active progress and have followed the learning well today. Before closing the learning session, who here would like to convey today's learning conclusion, guys? Okay, Juita.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Miss Cynthia. My conclusion is the male reproductive system comprises both internal and external organs. Internal organs such as the testes, epididymis, has different seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and vulvo-urethral gland are located inside the body and are involved in sperm production, storage, and transportation. External organs like the penis, scrotum are located outside of the body and play roles in copulation and also maintaining optimal conditions for sperm production. These internal and external organs work together to facilitate the process of reproduction and ensure male reproductive health. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Juita. Very good answers, indicating that Juita has followed the learning seriously. Next, I also ask you to reflect on today's learning, but I will give you time to do it until tomorrow at 8 o'clock and just submit in PDF format. Okay, all right. Let's continue in the next meeting for the material on female reproductive organs and their function. I will say thank you all for today's learning. Thank you for your participation and collaboration to close the class today. Let's us pray according to each of our beliefs. Prayers begins. Okay, prayer finished. All right. I will close the class first. Thank you, friends. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.